Hello, hello, hello. We have a short month this month, but there are still some incredible records to look at, so we might get a little bit more time to take a peek. Let's go through the general housekeeping. So a little announcement. Next month, of course, is January in real life and December records. That means it's the end of the year, so I will be getting the full end of year stats, and we will also have the awards of the year. So if anybody wants to recommend any names for relaxed running player, HP player, VQ3 player, chatter for a meme category, community member of the year, or any other meme category that you want to suggest, let me know in chat or somewhere and we will take a look at who we've got. As for the November records, we have 11 from Floopy, 4 from 2, 4 from Zilligan, 4 from Amino, 3 from 5e, 3 from Gibbs, 3 from Padviz, 3 from Lith, 2 from Christie, 2 from Amnesia, 1 from Radio, 1 from Uchi, 1 from G8 and 1 from Straight, for a total of 43 records, and me regretting going through the entire list with numbers. Over on the other stats page, we have 43 total records, 35 videos this month. It is only half an hour worth of playlist, 25 unique maps and 14 unique players. Over on the relaxed running side, not a lot has changed. In fact, absolutely nothing has changed except for a few points up and down. This is the tail end of XDWC. XDWC ended deep into November, so there are hardly any days left after that to give it a go. And on the hardcore parkour side of things, more things moved around. 2 has gone up a place, and Floopy has gained 3, Shirasaki going down 1. Amino goes down 1, surprisingly losing points despite playing quite well on the server. Rogue loses a place, and JH does as well. Player number 5, which is cool, swaps with Juhu. And that is it, with Ambi rounding out the outside. So we have those for your stats for the month, and we might as well just get straight on with the game. The music didn't start. That's what felt weird. There we go. The music has started, and we shall hook up the video real quick. It is disconnected. There it is. So, first run that we have of the month is R7 Climb World by Floopy. This has been a recommended record. It looked pretty good when it was set. I haven't had a chance to take a look at it. December's got some incredible records already, so we're definitely going to have a good month next month. But for this month, let's just have an easier week. An easier, more chilled week. We've had XDWC, or month, why do I call it week? We've had XDWC, so we can chill out a little bit now. It'll be interesting to see if Floopy, goes for the whole Climb World record. Definitely capable of taking it if they want to. Though Banano did set an incredible time there. I still need to go for finishing Climb World at some point, but I think my end of the year grind this year, instead of being Climb World like it has been the last 2 years where I've failed to finish, I think I'm going to go for a VP 100 grind. Put a couple of hours into that. See if I can get my hands to cooperate. Nicely done on these pads. You can't even see them there towards the end. Very nicely done. No checkpoints as well. So just pure knowledge of timing to get through. Amnesia on Rico B. A pretty nice time here. We saw it a few times last week getting slightly stronger. But this one's a fairly strong time. Not sure if it's been beaten, but beaten. But yeah. Have thought about doing Climb World. Yeah, it's a patience grind. I know that was like half of it for Banano. It's just getting into the runs and setting everything up. Dark Comp, a new map. I haven't bothered setting the new maps to the start of the week, start of the playlist this month, because it is such a short month of records. You do get a Discord roll out of beating Climb World. And you don't for beating VP 100. But who knows, maybe I'll get world record on VP 100. You never know. The Rocket and BFG ones actually do look possibly doable. You know? Very loudly no. What a run. Let's play that one back in slow motion. We got time this month. Oomph. Half speed. Nicely through there. Beautiful rocket for just enough speed to get across that gap. Then a good amount of speed off that rocket. The timing on that, you have to be just starting to move back as the rocket explodes. Could have got a little bit less on that one to get through to the finish, but not bad overall at all. From JH there. Lith came over to us for XDWC and did go on to set a record on the regular maps. So welcome to the record holders, Lith. Yeah, riding the wall would be insane for that. Such a tight track as well. Just getting under it to get onto that slick. Mad. I remember playing this. I'd never finished it, but I played a small amount of it. I'm getting even more annoyed by these maps now because I've played KZ in Momentum mod, and that just feels like it was supposed to be this. Quick Grass 14 slick. This will be a run. Got some good quick grass runs for December as well. I might as well just hype up December because November, always a bit of a dead month. I should just commit to doing the November run really quick, but it's normally XDWCs. Like this year, XDWC done, tired after XDWC. And then you got to get the October one out before it's way too late. And then November just kind of gets dragged behind because you know you can do it in one shot and just smash it out. But you gotta get them done. Nice double stack. Oh no. What happened there? I think it was just the wrong angle on I think it was just the wrong angle. Yeah, I got some long runs, so October ended up being records wise about right. About 2/3 of the normal number of records. Here we go. This is a difficult map to do, but I think we see a good record later on. But Pavviz gets some good runs on these sort of maps. Good player for completions for sure. But definitely plays more for completion on this sort of map. But yeah, the October one was interesting because it was so close to the normal number of records, but with way less, with like the normal amount of time for a records month because of that half of it being 2's run. Interesting. Okay. Trying to get a bit of speed to come through here. Weird. Must be looking at the map. Must be just trying to work out what to do next and then never actually managed to get the run out because, or never bothered going for the clean run because clearly looking for something there. And there you go. Already has finished the map, you know, but definitely looking for some way to go that's faster than that. Because, yeah, that was not a sort of known run. This definitely isn't a known run. Yeah, looking for some sort of cheats. It does feel like... I can see why. I can very much see why. You could see... Didn't pick up the rocket launcher there, I don't think. Straight away, actually. Or doesn't have auto switch on. That might be a problem. Oh, now that's an issue. When you think you can go anywhere, but it turns out you actually have to go through a small gap in the wall. That can be an issue. I think we've all had that on a map before. Yeah, clearly looking for some cheats on that one, that previous map. I would be too, because that sort of map, it looks like there could be something to go around the back, especially when you saw that the finish ended up being so low. I wouldn't be surprised if it did work. Okay. It's difficult to switch. You definitely want plasma there, but it's difficult to know when to switch to plasma for that corner. And, well, to Hagar. Here you want to get your secondary fire in, which in Xonotic is a pain in the arse because you can't get it to land and explode on the ground very easily. So you can either shoot it straight down at the ground, but that gives you not much time to set up after, or you shoot it in the air, and when it lands you rock it up and then it catches you in midair. Don't think we're going to need it here. See, this is what in the business we would call nutting it out in the UK. We would call what's going on here, we'll call this nutting it out. Like now we know, okay, look at that, we're pretty close. Pretty close. We might have to do a wall curve though, and get on it, but there we go. Keeping around the corner. And then on slick here. Interesting. Okay, clearly wants speed. If that's where the teleporter goes, then you can tell that the thing that you're trying to do probably wants you to use some speed. So you've got a grenade launcher. And you're on slick. It wants you to go up there. And yeah, with the teleporter being back here, it's either a little bit of laziness not wanting to put down a secondary teleporter, but I doubt that. Yeah, no, maybe. No, normally Biotrix will take weapons off of you if you're not meant to have them. Like at the end of the section, they normally get taken away from you by Biotrix. But I know what you mean, because you'd potentially have run out of ammo for it. Definitely can't do that in Q3, but that's I mean, yeah, give up, but give up when you're falling. But that's an angle for sure. That'll work. Yeah, I don't think he expected the weapon pickup there. Can you get... I can't quite see if you can get the Hagar off the back wall and do it off of the back wall and then go up and get to the side wall. That potentially is the trick. In this corner, like behind. But I think this works. If you can get the turnaround, it's just the difficult turnaround there because the corner is over 90 degrees, so it will just stop. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Nope. There we are. It's just this. There you go. There. I think we're good. head bonk, really? Yeah, you're going down. You're going down. Now the interesting thing, we know that it's going to be the next one that finishes this run because we can see the timer in the corner. Oh! Oh wow, he's managed to pick himself back up off of that. Fair enough. Little bit of a angle change indeed. And there it is. Hey! It's fun to see people know, you know, we only get to see the best runs sometimes, but that's what happens. Most people do have to start out trying to figure out what the map is, and then you have to try and figure out how fast you can go. This looks like it might be a little bit of a faster run. Still, I think this is one of the more difficult maps that you maybe wouldn't expect to first try everything. This is what I normally stream. You just miss, like, all the streams of Quake. This is the standard stuff. That's really good turning that. I struggle with those sort of 180. I can do 180s, but I struggle with keeping the angle while doing the 180. Here we go, Zilligan to knock about 20 seconds off of this run. I mean, that's the 2 or 3 fails that we had. That's probably at least 15 seconds. And then doing little bits like this that are a bit quicker. Using rocket launcher better. Ah, I'm keeping the speed all the way to the finish so he doesn't have to strafe. Very nice. It just keeps going with the Hagar. Here we go then. Zilligan for a clean run, I would assume, on this map. Oh yeah, so this is what, yeah, that'll be what PadViz was kind of looking at before, trying to do that. Yeah. Zilligan's runs always look clean. They're never scrappy. That's like, even when they're first completions and you can see that he's failed a few times in the run and never gotten it fully, like, no deaths, they always look pretty clean, you know, or at least the completion part looks pretty clean. Okay, so what's the plan here? We'll go for a, yeah, that's what you want to do. You get that grenade so that you start going up with the grenade off. Pre-firing into the corner. Just because we can. Beautiful. Beautiful. Here we go. Now we're on to people who want to really try and push it. Oh, damn. Can people, like, you know, when people set good records, can you tell me? Because this is mad. Oh, very nice. Oh, damn. And yeah, not going for the grenade. You still, yeah, got a rocket. So you could pre-fire a rocket into that corner, I reckon. If we're looking for one more pre-fire to knock like a couple of seconds, you could probably pre-fire a rocket into that corner. Let's bum it back to the start. And so we're running around here. Then instead of dropping down properly, we go here and we pre-fire. Very nice spacing because of that. Difficult to getting the turnaround, but because you're going up the wrong way off of the wrong wall, you're heading backwards. So to get the distance around, a little bit more difficult. Nice spacing there to go straight up, no need for the grenade launcher. Which is why we don't have a grenade launcher. That's why PadViz had a grenade launcher. Thank God that isn't there. But yeah, you could almost certainly pre-fire that rocket. But hey, still an amazing run. I mean, it probably saves a second, maybe not even. But because you instantly got the Hagar grip, like, I don't know how you'd sort of define it, but you gripped onto the Hagar. It wasn't like you were sort of sat on the floor going, and we're going up and we're going up and we're going up, and there we go. It was straight away, we're going. Yeah, it's the start of the Hagar that's the slow thing. If you can get that initial speed, the Hagar can keep whatever speed you've given it. So yeah, if you can get that rocket to sort of push you up at whatever. This map looks crazy, as all Kota race maps do. In competition for Mapper of the Year, of course. I can't actually think of how many people have released maps this year. Specifically for Xonotic. No, we've got 2's maps. Did Amino? Amino released 1. Ooh, nice. Using those thingies at the side, the ramps at the side. I'm not doing good for terminology today. Woe map, there was definitely one Woe map, yeah. Woe Cool was last year. But yeah, there was a Woe map, so Woe's in the running. Anyone who's released a map is in the running. And I'm also including services to mapping in the list. Which I suppose is more the people that are mapping for XDWC that will know what people have done, but the people that were helping fix everyone else's maps. So Amino made the map for XDWC, and was helping basically everybody finish their maps. Dark Hope 4. Yeah, Wokol's an incredible map. It's a map that I still haven't properly put a solid time in. That's rage bait, that is. That's pure bait. Saying, yeah, you can get through this wall, and then you just can't. Up and over. I think this was an early run, so the checkpoint is in a strange place. Like, there'll be multiple checkpoints that 5e's trying to find. We can't see the checkpoint markers, but they'll all be up in, like, the sky for some reason. Yeah, until I guess it finishes here. So yeah, the finish must have a weird marker. Getting lost and confused there. That looks like an unintended route. That's definitely an unintended route. You're on the finish line. But it gives you health. So it's not that unintended. Because the game is giving you health. Because we don't have invincibility from floor sources like that. But decent run. Getting through it. Fairly clean. This, I think, is a decent run in terms of time. Like, this one holds. Nice. Nicely done. I'm glad we didn't have too many new maps coming in XDWC this year. Because it could have been bad. We could have had a lot of weird records that got set with, you know, mediocre time followed by mediocre time followed by mediocre time for quite a while. While the best, you know, while everyone's grinding XDWC, so no one really wants to grind and put their best into it. Just getting runs they're happy with. Here we are again. This time, Amino pushing this one. Clearly really has gone for it with the checkpoint splits. So Akimoli's time, just a clean run through. Getting all the right places, getting all the right speeds. And that is a very clutch finish. 0.3 lost in the start for most of the way. Lith absolutely dominating this one. And he said that he's only a strafer. And he comes in and he gets a run like that. What a run. Beautifully done. Floop you back with the Biotrix roll. Ooh, that's how you do it. And getting the rocket there so that it wasn't an awkward keepy-uppy along the wall. That was one of the biggest things I saw with Amino's run, was trying to keep it up on that second to last corner. Just trying to keep it from falling because the spacing was a bit dodge. You can tell when a run like that's been done quite a lot of times because Floopy's not looking where he's going. He's just doing it. Just knows that from here, yeah, you go, you carry on. Yeah, cool, done. On to the next. I don't think 5e will be too mad about losing to this kind of time, but I bet that Amino, one of his runs was faster than 5e just purely by knowing where to go, because once 5e had got those a couple of runs done, the game will set down the markers singly and then it'll be easier to find them. We seen this map yet? I think we did with 2, but 2 plays rockets so far backwards that you don't know where you're going, you can't really see the map. Great up there. Good grab there. Starting to go back at the start. You can see the evolution. I like it. I do like it when we get to see these maps because you can see the evolution between them. Sometimes it's difficult to remember what the trick was the last time. Like on this map, Easy Rider. JH had an incredible record on this that stood for quite a while. So now I can't, but you know, I'm not going to be able to remember what he did and see what the difference was. Because I believe that was his route. Gibbs taking this one off of JH as well. He's got a vengeance. Oh, and there it is, holding onto the wall just a little bit longer to keep more speed coming out of it, coming out with 1800 where JH was coming out with just under 1500. See, I like it when I can remember these sort of things. but it's way, I did try at one point to look back at maps and see about them. And we'll have a good one next month. We've got 2 Bug 100 runs to go through. So there will be watching the Bug 100 one and then comparing and contrasting. And I am probably going to do some pre-research for that and pre-watch a little bit. Decently long map, this one. A little bit of a few tricky tricks here. I think I saw this one, either this one or something else has a broken teleporter after one of the checkpoints. So do be careful if you do this run. If you go for the world record, you shouldn't have to worry about it because it's only a failure checkpoint thing that just doesn't quite give you enough speed. Oh, nice. Yeah. This does feel like an amino type map. Like a series of tricks. This one, isn't it, really? Very, very separate, you know, because there's a lot of times where you stop completely, lose all your speed, go through a teleporter, that sort of thing, and then you have to do the next trick. And that's the kind of thing that Amino excels at, I think. There we are. Nicely done. 220 seconds off the previous PB. This is going to be very glitchy. Go to Warp Zones 1. You have to get an insane amount of speed up. Teleport through the teleporter. Glitch out the Warp Zones. I apologise for this in advance. You have to get as fast as you possibly can. So these are warp zones, and the faster you go, oh, that was insane. So the idea is that you go through and you hit the teleporter that's behind the warp zone. You got a bit lucky. Probably had a little lag spike because having higher ping on that one does help you go faster. It's damn near impossible offline. I was testing it offline and I genuinely didn't believe that it was possible. At one point, you have to go diagonally in between 2 warp zones rather than through the center of one. Yeah. It just depends on getting a lucky little bit of lag. But that is the end of that rather short November records for XDF. Thank you very much for watching. Come back next month for more records. So many more records. We already have way more time on the board than this month was total. Check out XDWC if you've missed something. Check out the other videos that I've done. And yeah, it was a short one, but it was good. There were some great records in there. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next month for the awards and for December's world records.